Closed caption for Innerlocs Out There is provided by Thief.
My name is Corey Brossman. From my earliest memories, I've been consumed with the outdoor lifestyle. The past 2 decades, I've traveled all throughout this great country, chasing my outdoor passions with a camera in my hand. God has truly blessed me with this life, and I owe it all to our Creator. My strongest belief has always been to influence your legacy.
3, 4, 5, right there.
I'm Cammie Brossman, and I'm Cora's daughter, and I love hunting just as much as my dad. I'm just your average 12-year-old girl with a passion for the outdoors that is deadly by design. My younger brother, Brody, loves hunting just as much as me. We are always following Dad to either the boat for stingrays or whitetails in the tree stand. This guy came in and I just couldn't pass him up.
Get the outdoor edge knives out.
Father, thank you for this day. Father, thank you for the opportunities and the memories that you're making for Cammie and I.
That thing is huge.
What do you think, Cammie?
150-inch 8-point all day long.
There's a big one out in the middle of this field. Shut up. Hey, Papa!
We are the Brossmans, and we encourage you to discover,
Explore,
and influence your legacy. And to do that, you have to live wildlife
and be out there.
Me and Daddy are gonna rule the woods.
Okay.
Now?
Now, wait. Now,
No, when I'm ready.
Yep, When I was 12 years old, that was a big deal. Not because you were 12, but because you were able to legally hunt. I live in Pennsylvania. They didn't have a mentor program back in the 90s. They didn't have a young age restriction. It was 12 years old, and that's when you went hunting.
I was 4 years old when I started hunting. I shot my first pig, I shot my first deer, and I even shot my first alligator at the age of 7.
We're gonna head back to the house, get a better look at the gator, and celebrate tonight a little bit on Cammie's first alligator.
My kids today can start hunting at 4, 5, and 6 years old thanks to the mentor programs that Pennsylvania has put in place.
And I'm 12 now, and there is no way that I would have been able to wait that many years. I mean, a girl's gotta hunt.
The mentor programs that are put in place in Pennsylvania are also put in place in many states across the country.
Another good experience for Brody, right? Give me some. Oh, you got jiggers on you? Come here, bud. Come over and give me a hug.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too. Cameron, at the age of 10 years old, last season, was able to take a nice black bear because of the regulations that New Hampshire has in place.
It was so cool seeing how the dogs track down the bears once they tree the bears, and then it was even cooler walking up to the dogs just on this tree and this big black bear sitting up there, and my heart was just racing the entire time.
Yeah, you can put her on your lap too. That's fine with me. Okay, hold on, camera. Just go ahead and put her. Come on, bear.
Right where his head meets his neck, where he's moving around. If you shoot him right there, he's not going to go anywhere.
Got it.
Okay? Whenever you're ready, whenever you're comfortable.
Squeeze the trigger.
Nice shot. Good shot.
Nice shot.
Good shot.
Good shot.
Go get your bear, baby.
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you some back on hard. Man, I was playing so hard for you to get one. Oh, Cammy, I'm so excited. You are something else. Believe me, Cammy, they only made one, and you are something else. Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta load it up. Tell my mom.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, right back. Bye-bye.
I was doing double duty. I was being a father and a producer this trip, and I gotta tell you, the highs are the highs, the lows are the lows. Just because you put a bucket of donuts out doesn't mean you're always gonna kill a bear. Just because you have some of the best dogs in the country doesn't mean you're always gonna kill a bear.
I just want to thank everybody here, especially Tom, not only for helping me get this bear, but for serving our country. He's not only just a great man, he is also a veteran.
This is awesome because when I got back home and Brody got to see the excitement in Cammie's face and see the mount and then actually see the episode, he was excited to want to go bear hunting.
Innerlocs Out There TV is proudly presented by Interlock Broadheads, deadly by design, and by AMS Bowfishing and Honda Generators. Outdoor Edge, there's never a dull moment with their razor-sharp replaceable blade knives.
Both my kids have been hunting since they're very young. Cameron took her first deer at 4 years old. She took her first turkey at 4 years old. And she took her first wild hog at 4 years old.
Over there. You see the deer?
Yeah.
Brody took his first whitetail at 4 years old. Now, some kids are not ready to go hunting at 4 years old. It's all up to the parent.
Can you make that shot?
Yeah.
Squeeze. Oh my God, Brody. You got your first deer.
I got Floppy.
You got him, Brody. Give me. Talk about your luminhawk.
Yeah, it's lighting up. Cause that means that means I shot.
I worked very, very hard with my kids throughout my life and their young life to make sure that they were ready. And how did I do that? By using Umarex air guns. I put them on those field pods and I get them out there. They learn trigger pull, they learn safety, responsibility, and they learn how to handle a firearm from the start.
Go over there.
As a safety reminder, parents, make sure to keep your guns in a gun cabinet, a gun case, or in a locked drawer. Out of sight, out of mind. Kids, if you see a gun just lying around, let it alone and tell a parent. Remember, we want no accidents.
Now my son Brody, he's a typical boy. He loves to fish.
Beautiful.
What do you think, bud?
He enjoys trapping.
Got one.
Yeah.
Hey, we got one.
Yeah, we got one. We got one.
We ain't skunked, are we?
He loves being out on the boat, sticking fish and sticking stingrays, and he loves the outdoors. He's been going out with me ever since he could walk. Actually, probably before he could walk. I'm very proud of Brody and how far he's come in his young hunting career. But it's not all about Brody. It's those that helped influence him, like my grandpa, my dad, friends of mine that have taken the time to teach him things. That's one thing about these kids. They love to learn. They're like a sponge. And I was really looking forward to this trip to New Hampshire because I knew my buddy Jamie had a few tricks up his sleeve and was hopefully going to teach him a few things. In the words of wildlife, influence your legacy is what I was hoping that we could do for Brody in New Hampshire.
This is the hand I use.
He shoots him right hand.
Oh, yeah, so don't pull it because we got a zip tie on there.
Like that.
But,
I'll go like this.
okay,
That's how I shoot.
all right.
When we got to New Hampshire, unfortunately the weather was not in our favor. They were calling for a lot of rain, so Jamie decided to invite us over to his work at L.O. Cody. It's a great big sporting goods store in Arrow, New Hampshire, and they found a bow that would fit Brody. So we bought Brody his first compound bow.
So right now, Jamie got my bow right over there, right there, and it is not this one. I thought I would get this one. It's blue. It's really light blue, like this Gatorade.
What do you think, buddy?
I like my bow.
Do you think we can have this set up and have you dialed in for 10 yards by tomorrow morning?
We arrive at L.O. Cody, and Brody walks around and he sees this diamond atomic right there. He runs right over, blue's his favorite color. He grabs that bow and asks Jamie to set it up for him.
So, thinky like that.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it, but I wasn't able to
Okay,
do it
but
all the time.
here's the thing. We need to put a string loop on this for you. Get you a release and get you a peep sight. Because right now you have no back sight, you just have the front one. So once we get that on there, you'll be twice as consistent. You'll have something to aim off of.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about New Hampshire was how nice the people were. Jamie is always willing to go the extra mile.
He was teaching him how to tie in a peep sight. He was teaching him about his draw length. He was teaching him how to shoot a release. He was teaching him all the different things about archery.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
But where's the carnage?
Now that's my boy, picking out quality. American-made products right there in the store of L.O. Cody with the word Innerloc on them.
Do you have
For the carnage here, if you want to kill something, you gotta use these ones. I know people are saying carnage, use the carnage, but on turkeys, I would use these. On the deer, I would use the carnage.
Now take it from Brody. He knows a thing or two about Innerlocs.
Yeah, Dad, Brody should know a thing or two about interlock broadheads. You never shut up about them.
He's at home playing a trumpet. And I'm here playing some string music with my bow.
It's been a great couple days. It's been raining, and so we came down here to hang out, do a little shopping at the store, and hooking him up with his first compound. He does some bow fishing, but this is his first compound, so it's pretty cool deal. So he's back there, and this is what wildlife's about: influence your legacy. Jamie's hooking him up with that little diamond, and really looking forward to watching Brody grow and become quite the little bow hunter.
This segment was brought to you by Umarex Air Guns and Axion Optics Solutions, and these proud sponsors. This segment of Innerlocs Out There is brought to you by Black Widow Deer Lures and Wildlife. Influence your legacy. Also brought to you by.
One of the good things about us killing all this time was we finally gave that weather enough time to move out. Now it was too late today to go bear hunting. We headed back for a dinner because we were finally getting ready to go bear hunting in the morning.
So tomorrow, I gotta get some sleep right now, because tomorrow we're going bear hunting.
Boom, we wake up in the morning. Weather's great, crystal clear outside, and Brody is all ready to go bear hunting, sort of.
You ready to kill a bear? You ready to kill a bear, Brody?
Things are great. We head over to Tom's bear camp. We meet up with Tom. We meet up with Zach. We pull in. We're watching the sunrise, and I wasn't really feeling it. They pulled the dogs out. They had them on leashes. They took off down the road, and the dogs weren't barking at all. I rolled the windows up, kind of sat back a little bit, was just kind of talking with Brody.
Tom and Zach got 4 dogs over there, and they're checking things out. We're by this cornfield. This is the same cornfield we were at last year where it was all tore up. This year he said it's not quite as bad, but there's still a few bears around, so they let the dogs go out of the back of the truck, and we're just waiting for the green light.
And And all of a sudden, Zach comes running back and says, "We got to go. You're not going to believe this. There's a bear in a tree already."
It means it's on the ground.
Okay.
Hang on. This is where it gets fun. 900 yards.
And I have my seatbelt on, so I don't want to get hurt.
Finally, my boys' hunt is really coming alive. You know, Brody's perked up, Joanne's perked up. We're driving down that road. Brody's hanging on for dear life. It's bumpy, and we're just having a great time going down through the woods in my truck to try to cut the distance between us and the bear a little bit. We get down there, and Brody jumps out. He's all smiles. I get out. I got the crossbow. We've got everything that we need. We got multiple cameras. Joanne's running a camera. And the best news was Tom told me that it was accessible easily for Brody, and the bear was at a spot that he could use his Excalibur, so we didn't have to shoot it with a gun.
When we go in and we get close, we get to be real quiet as we get close. We'll get in. It's kind of, we'll skirt around the back. It's kind of open. There's an open path into it.
Your daddy's fun at that.
And we'll try to get them down.
Everything was shaping up to be one hell of a bear hunt.
This segment was brought to you by Excalibur Crossbows and Luminoc. Light 'em up. Also brought to you by. This segment of Innerlocs Out There is brought to you by Scent Thief, Steal the Hunt, and these proud sponsors. Products seen here today on the show can be purchased at mikesarchery.com.
You know, this is what Sissy did. This is what Big Sis did, you know, and he's gonna do it.
As you get closer to those dogs, your adrenaline just starts pumping more and more and more.
And the whole time we're running in, he kept whispering back, "I hope it's bigger than Sissy's. I hope it's bigger than Sissy's."
Hey, Brody, there he is. You see him up there? Okay. That's a nice bear. We're gonna pull the dogs off. And when we do, you guys are gonna get set up over there, all right? So when we pull the dogs off and say, "Okay, it's time to go," you're gonna shoot.
I look up in a tree, and it's just this giant black ball sitting up there, and Brody's just all jacked up. Tom's excited, Zach's fired up, Joanne's all smiles, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what a bear.
You did it. You did it. You didn't have to second guess yourself. You were on him.
At first I saw you said, like, on the bottom, but then I went on the bottom.
Brody made a great shot. You know, the excitement was running so high, there was tears of joy. He's hugging Grandma, he's hugging me, he's high-fiving everybody, and, you know, we spin around and the bear tumbles out of the tree, and that's when it all hit me personally. I look over and there lays that black bear.
Congratulations, Brody. You made a great shot on that bear.
Okay,
This is even bigger than Sissy's.
That's a big bear.
We take Brody over to the bear, and it is a beautiful bear. It was a really big female, had a great white V, you know, mid 200-pound black bear, better than average for New Hampshire. And, you know, Brody cared about one thing, really, that it was bigger than Sissy's.
What an amazing morning once again here in New Hampshire. How about it, Brody? What do we got here? What is this? Is it bigger than Sissy's?
Yes.
Is she gonna be mad at you?
Yes.
A lot went into this hunt. We had a lot of fun, and I'm excited to watch Brody grow now, shooting his compound, but I do have one major problem at home, and that's the fact that Brody has a bigger bear than Cameron. So I'm sure Cameron's going to tell you she's ready to go back to New Hampshire and try to knock off her brother.
I encourage you to get out there with your kids, hunting, fishing, trapping, or even just a hike. Let your kids go outdoors and just explore. Get them an Umarex air gun and take them to the range. Let them learn the responsibilities and just let them be a kid. Get them out there, influence your legacy, and live wildlife.
Hello?
Hi, Papa.
Hey, you get a bear?
Yeah.
Ah, you're something else.
It was bigger than Sissy's, and it was 250 pounds.
Hey guys, it's a nice bear. Thanks so much for calling. It meant so much to me. What a hunt. Papa can't wait to see that. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun.
That is a big bear, bud. That's a nice one. I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You did it. You did it.
What do you say? Say, I'm Brody Brossman and I ruled the woods. Ready?
Shy bird.